Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking down and I saw this. Look at her.
Girl,
She is a 3 pound poodle mix.
girl,
And she's 2 months old. She's a baby.
girl.
And I screamed because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to see that. I wasn't ready.
You
I,
can't
I wasn't ready.
do that. That's so disrespectful, Allie.
It's so disrespectful. He's in the room. He's sleeping in the room. Is this is this what lonely housewives do? They check their Tinders? Or men, I guess it'd be men. Why wives? Fuck the women. Is this what lonely men do? They check their Tinders while their wives are sleeping next to them. Oh God.
I think I would do it. I wish I had had the balls to go on dating apps when I was dating people, when I was in relationships. I wish I had the courage.
I wish, you know what I wish? I wish I had that Frank Shepherd courage to just flirt with the woman right in front of my wife for years and years, only to then marry her, still work with her ex-husband, and then have a mistress who looks exactly like her.
Exactly like her.
Exactly like her. If you haven't already figured it out, welcome to Musical for Everybody. We are your West Coast musical podcast. We are going to talk about musical theater in Southern California, regional, national, and movie musicals. And because I truly believe that there is a musical for everybody, you just got to find the right recommendation for the right person. Today, we are talking about, I want to call it Merrily We Roll Around. That's not what it is.
It's
I'm a professional.
merrily we roll along. It's a nursery rhyme.
Is it based on the nursery rhyme, Merrily We Roll Along? Wait, is that really a nursery rhyme? Did you just make that up?
No, that's real.
Well, Mr. Stephen Sondheim really took this one and rolled away with it. Today's co-host is comedian, writer, actress, friend Stephanie Streisand. Hi, Stephanie. How you doing?
I'm so great. Times are great.
It is January 2020. Life is life, I guess. We're doing okay. We're doing okay, despite the world crashing down around us. Let's talk about Merrily We Roll Around sometime.
Yeah. Let's have a little bit of a break and a little bit of a distraction. You said
Yes.
that you're gonna wear a musical theater thing.
I'm actually wearing my Romeo Who, which is from Anne Juliet tour.
Oh,
And I like a shirt that doesn't hit you over the head on I want you to really stare at my chest for a good hot minute to be like, what is that shirt? And do I care? So here it is.
yeah,
It's cute.
yeah.
I really like it. It's one of my favorite shirts. I'm trying to buy more musical theater merch when I feel there's money in my pocket. Cause I saw The Notebook and there was also a cute like hat and I was like, I just don't have $30.
But also, like, what a fucking downer,
The Notebook?
isn't it?
It is.
I've never seen the movie, and I've never soundtrack of the musical, and I've never seen the musical. It's a downer, right? It's like, oh my God, we're so in love, and I have dementia.
Yes, but the way the story goes is this woman has dementia. Oh my God, we're so in love. like it's a little, yeah, it's a beautiful love story, but it is extremely heartbreaking to watch. But let's not talk about that crying beautifulness. Let's talk about this show. So
Okay,
Merrily We Roll Along.
along. Merrily
Okay.
we roll along.
We are talking specifically about the filmed production that was on Broadway. Do you know how long it was on Broadway? It ran for about a year, which is now like that's if you can do a year, that's amazing on Broadway.
I think it says a lot. It shows, I feel like Broadway today is shown off by, it's a good musical if it can have replacements in it and it still goes. But with
Yes.
Merrily We Roll Along, once the three of them were done, that was the end of the show.
Yes.
Which tells you a lot.
And for those who aren't reading what I'm hearing, it shows the talent of these three amazing actors, the chemistry they had, but the material is, in my
Is
opinion, not the strongest.
fine.
It's fun. It's fine. Correct. It's fine. This musical is not for everybody. Like, I can't stress that enough.
No
But
musical is for everybody.
I disagree with that.
What's the musical that you're like, this is like everyone will like this unless they're an idiot or defective or like one of those naysayers that just wants to
Right.
a
Um,
contrarian.
I would say in the last 12 months, I thought Shucked was a really fun musical it was a very simple idea with very big musical moments, and the jokes were incredible, and the tour that we saw, everyone on that stage knew what they needed to do to get the laugh, to get the pause, to get the dramatic. Like, it was such a well orchestrated machine. I thought Shucked was a big. Oh, and Hadestown. I know not everyone likes Hadestown, but I think everyone should see Hadestown. I think it's another beautiful love story. Which again, it's not a new story. It's a Greek love tragedy. It's a Greek story. I'm not spoiling anything. It's a. I think there's something really fascinating about stories that get reused and remade. There's some like a Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol has been done in so many ways and so many variations. The Muppet Christmas Carol is the best.
Yes.
But there's something about that story that we just gravitate
You
towards.
know what? I think you just answered it. The musical that is for everybody is A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Hands down. So thank you so much for listening, everybody. Go ahead and like and subscribe. We should do that. We should talk about that because I truly love that movie. I think it's my favorite movie,
It's
number one. So, but we are talking about Merrily We Roll Along, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Jonathan Groff, and Lindsey Mendez, who all did the workshop, it was always them from the beginning, because I believe Daniel Radcliffe was the first one attached to this project.
Yeah, he's like, I remember some interview that he did like years ago when he was a kid and being interviewed about Harry Potter stuff. And it was when Gary Oldman joined the cast, and he was like, Gary Oldman's been like a mentor to me and blah, 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 which I assume Gary Oldman did for the kids to develop that kind of relationship that is between the two characters in the movie.
Listen, I don't want to. I don't think we need to dive into the mind of Gary Oldman for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, when he speaks off the cuff, it's very interesting.
For a lot of personal crazy thoughts he has. However,
However,
he
he did say to Daniel Radcliffe when he was a kid, like he was like, Daniel Radcliffe as a kid is going, I spoke to Gary Oldman, and he said as an actor, what he likes to do is he does a movie, and then he does a play or a theater piece, and then he does a movie, and then he does a theater piece. And if you look at Daniel Radcliffe's career, that's exactly what he's done.
For those who are on Apple Podcasts or listening to Spotify through audio, that was not Daniel Radcliffe. That was Stephanie doing an impression. I know. It was spot on.
The English accent was spot on.
Can you just say something, a Harry Potter? Can you just say like, no, I don't know. I don't even know what a Harry Potter line is. Perfect. And then the little,
I only know that from the video games.
yeah, they do. They experiment
Or whatever, yeah.
I'd be a terrible wizard. I flub so much of my words. I would just, I'd be dangerous. I'd be like in potions or something. I wouldn't be allowed to have a wand.
I would get a warlock. This way I could be like, it's not my fault. My fiend wants me to do things.
I just got to do it. Ooh. Merrily we roll around it. Along. Yes, Daniel Radcliffe. He did How to Succeed.
Yeah.
He did Equus. We talked about that. He did Equus. I forgot he had done that play on Broadway. I think he did it in the West End too. I think he did it both locations.
Oh yeah, he did Equus. He did How to Succeed.
How to Succeed was, I think, only Broadway though. I don't think he did that West
He's in
End.
something now.
Of course he is.
He's in something with Sarah Silverman right now on Broadway.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Which must mean he filmed something in between.
Of course. Let the man work. Let him work.
Let him work.
Let him work. So we're talking about this production. We're talking about the filmed production, the way they filmed it, and then the show in general. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Let's start with Act 1. Going off of Daniel Radcliffe, he was perfect for that role.
Yes.
Absolutely perfect. And in every way possible, in his mannerisms, in the way he sang, I was like, no wonder he was cast first.
Well, Sondheim writes for actors.
But not women?
No. Stephen Sondheim really is not the biggest fan of women.
The reason I say that is because, and before we go deep dive into it, Merrily We Roll Along is out now. You can watch it. You can rent it. You can watch it. It was on Broadway. I'm sure there's a slime tutorial. So if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and watch it first and then come back.
I would
Back.
say check out the slime tutorial.
I'm actually gonna do that later because this was my first time seeing this musical. I knew nothing about it other than it was on Broadway. Jonathan Groff won a Tony.
Yeah.
Well-deserved Tony for this. For those in audio land, Stephanie just gave a little okay. Sure. Give a little sure motion.
I'm kind of like, what else? Who else was nominated that year, you know?
I don't. We don't do that here. But
He's
I'll
a
look
good
later.
guy. It's just the role is like
He's a fantastic performer. To say that he isn't, I think is.
I believe did the actress playing the female character win?
Lindsey Mendez? I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me look that up. But while I am looking that up,
We'll talk about that role. I feel like so it's the show. This
let's
was
start
my
out.
first time seeing the show
Yeah.
as well,
Oh, so you'd never seen the show.
but I knew what it was about.
Okay.
I knew it goes in backwards order. It goes from the present all the way to the past when they first all meet each other, and it's
Yep, I
about
had no idea.
and if you will go in order, it's about three idealists trying to make a difference within their art and what happens within their careers once they reach like 40.
Yeah, I think so.
Which back then, you were an adult by the time you were like 26.
Right. You were married, you had kids,
Yeah.
you didn't switch careers at 32. Like you
Right.
were an accountant, that's what you want to be, that's what you are now.
Yeah, you could own a home
Correct.
by the time you were like 27, 28.
Yeah. That's very interesting because when watching this, I didn't think about that context.
Yeah.
That this was a very typical time frame for people in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
You know, you met somebody, you got married, like it was just boom, boom, boom. You didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But did you know the music? Like had you listened to the album?
I knew Our Time. I knew I
Okay.
was gonna I knew I was gonna I thought I was gonna get teary-eyed when they sang the last song.
And we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay.
Because knowing the thing is what I thought the show was gonna be was not what I saw.
Mm.
And I thought it was gonna be emotionally moving at the end, and it wasn't because of how it was shot.
Oh yeah.
And also the book itself, like how the scenes were written when they weren't singing. I was just like, oh, I'm so surprised based on like when I read the plot when I was a kid, I thought it was going to be more emotional than this was.
I had a hard time following the movie because
Yeah.
I didn't know, especially the first. I mean, the first song is a close up of Jonathan Groff of the character
Oh
Frank,
yeah. Oh my God.
and so then I just didn't know where people were on stage,
I
and so my
saw
mind was
I saw a screening of this with my
yes,
friend Kaylee, who's an editor.
yes, and you saw it with the Writing Guild. Is that because I
No,
think
no,
no?
I saw it at USC. My friend goes there and he was like,
Okay.
they're showing a screening to us. Do you want to see it? My friend was mistaken and thought it was the Linkletter movie that's coming out,
Which
starring Ben Platt and Benny Feinstein.
Beanie Feinstein. Yeah, they're make for those who didn't know, because I just learned this. They're making a Merrily We Roll Along movie in like every 5 years to coincide with the time difference.
That being said, my nerdy self knew exactly what this screening was, and I was not surprised, and I was very excited. I am a theater nerd.
Was it a full theater? Like was it a full movie theater?
It felt more like an auditorium. It felt more like a study hall auditorium kind of thing. So it was like a
Okay.
small auditorium with a screen, with like a big movie screen that took up one entire wall.
And would you say the room was primarily like theater students or film students, or was it just
No,
college students? Or
no,
not even that?
no. It was mostly, I would say, it must have been professors and just
Oh,
like
okay.
old people who knew how to. It was a lot. It felt like I was at a matinee. It was
Oh,
a
that's
lot of blue-haired
yeah.
ladies.
Sure. Sure. And I think that is why it was successful, because it is a revival of a musical that right doesn't
That
necessarily
flopped the first time around.
did it. I
It
mean,
lasted, I want to say it lasted 7 performances.
Jesus, that's a flop flop.
It fucking flopped the
Flop
first
flop
time. Yeah.
flop. Is
Yeah.
it about
Sondheim said that the only autobiographical thing within this show is the song where all three of them are working, the song Opening Doors. We're opening
yes, yes.
doors. He's like, it is the closest thing to autobiographical. He said it's the closest thing to autobiographical that he's ever written, and it's just that one song, and nothing else has to do with him.
It's a great song. There are great songs in this musical. I don't want to downplay the genius that is Sondheim. There are great songs in this musical.
Yeah, oh, the songs are great.
But something else that killed me in the first act is the "Hey Old Friend." Da, 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 da. That was like the third song, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's the third song. This is like Defying Gravity as the third song. Crazy to me that this song that this musical is constantly sold with is the third song. Where are we going?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and for me seeing it for the first time, it starts, right? And clearly we go back a couple years, but I didn't know it was going to keep going back. I just was like, oh, it's going to show us where they were and then go
Well,
forward.
also he enters, right?
Oh,
And
yeah, yeah, sorry,
I
sorry.
don't know how it begins.
I don't know how it begins either.
So he enters, and I'm hearing like,
And it's this close. Audio people, my face is as close. Our faces are as close to the camera as possible. And he's
also, let's
like,
just be honest, you invited me on this podcast because I privately shat on this, like in 3 different stories in 3 different months. Because I saw the screening and shat on it
yep. Yes.
privately.
Yes.
And then I did it again when they started advertising it. And then when you told me it's out, I was like, oh man, it's like everything is done in close up. There's no establishing shots. I have no idea what the set design looks like. I have no idea what the lighting design is.
Nope.
And Kaylee, when we walked out, she was like, I feel so bad for the director of the musical show because you don't get to see her direction. And I said, Kaylee, the person who directed this filming of the production was the director of the show. She did this to herself.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's
And because of that, like he's entering and you're like, oh, he's hearing voices in his head. That's so
yeah.
interesting. And then
Okay.
there's a quick flash of a medium shot where two people like go like this in front of the screen very quickly. And I was like, wait, are there people on stage? And then they quickly show like a close up of a person. I was like, where is that person located? And then you realize like the chorus has been on the stage the entire time, but
Yeah.
they're not showing them. And they have dance moves.
Yep.
They're like dancing and walking and doing things. And you're like,
Yeah, the beautiful thing about musicals is these pictures that are created by the choreography, by the lighting, by the costumes. And when it works, you don't notice it. It's beautiful and seamless and you got these gorgeous photos. But when I can't see them, then
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, they're at a party. I don't know where this party is. Okay, there's people. It was, yeah. As the movie goes on, there's more and more medium shots. They kind of back off on the close-ups and there's more medium shots. So like you can actually enjoy the songs. You can actually enjoy these looks.
I think
But
that's
it's,
generous.
I mean, I was just scraping.
Like hard. It's like everybody's talented in it, and you're like, this is hard. This is like you're making me watch a show through a peephole. And I tried to go, well, maybe it's an artistic thing. And it's that, when you think back to your memories, you see things in glimpses and flashes, and it's just like quickly like this little thing here and this thing there. And I was like, but they did it at the beginning. So no, this is just this woman doesn't know how to direct.
Film, and I don't know if she knows how to. I don't know if she knows how to
direct for film.
but I don't know if she knows how to direct for stage because I can't see it.
Yeah.
Because I can't. It felt like this movie was made for people who watch the Broadway show.
Which
That's
it
what it
only
felt
played for a year, so it's made for New Yorker. Because like when tourists come to New York, They're like, what shows am I seeing? I'm seeing Book of Mormon, Lion
Oh
King,
yeah.
Wicked, and Hamilton. Those are like the four, and
Yeah.
Chicago. Those are like the five go-tos for
Yes.
people, for tourists. And
Unless
then
you're
everything
cool
else, they're
and you
like,
just go
let's
to TKTS
experiment.
and you're like, what's available? Because I saw
Right.
110 in the Shade like that. And I got to see Audrey McDonald do 110 in the Shade. And again, a show I didn't know, an actress I didn't know, and I just was like, whatever. Best $40 I spent in my life. That's not true. But
I
it was a
want
great show.
you to know that I almost burst into song and didn't.
I I would I would enjoy that. Go ahead. 110 in the Shade. Go. I don't know.
Well, it's like, what's, always been to rearrange the furniture. There's nothing left to do. Didn't love the kids too much. They're never really yours.
Me.
To poor Aunt Lizzie.
That's how I remember it. That's how I remember it.
Can you believe I'm not a big Broadway star?
You know, I mean, would you want to be? Would you want to be? It's so
No.
it's so much work.
Here's the thing that I've
We're
heard.
going in the snow. There's snowstorms happening, and they're making those poor performers walk to their shows to perform for nobody.
I've performed in some professional things,
Yes.
and I will tell you, it's a dream the first week or two, and then you feel like you're in hell.
I my goal this year is to be in a musical. I haven't done musicals in 10 plus years. I would like to get into a community theater and get back on the stage and just get into the habit of warming up my voice and all that. But yeah, it's a job. Any job at some point, it's
It's
a
a
job.
job, but you're doing the same exact thing. And so it goes from like figuring out who these characters are and like really performing it to like, how do I not go on autopilot,
Yeah.
but also not feel like I want to shoot myself in the
Oh yeah.
face as I'm just doing the same routine again.
I will say that the three, I would say all the actors, I'm not going to say just the three, all the actors were fantastic.
Yes.
I believed every one of them. I believed that,
Yes, I believed every one of them, but
well,
circling back, Sondheim can't write, or he can, but like the women characters are always like,
so I was
talk,
about to
talk
say,
to a woman, hang out with a woman, man.
I was going to say, I want to give extra props to Lindsey Mendez because her character
Her
almost
lines are
doesn't have any
wild.
arc. It's just like, you love this man.
I thought so. She's in love with one of the characters,
Yeah,
and
she's
we're
in love
going
with
back
Frank.
in time, and
Yes.
she's like obsessively, quietly obsessively in love with this guy,
Yes.
who's a
Yes.
piece, like who's not a good guy. But we're
Not a
going
good
back in time. We're gonna like see him be a nicer guy as we go back in time. And I'm in my head, I'm like, there's something that happened between the two of them that's
Right.
making this girl be
Right.
like, remember this time we like
Right.
had sex, and like that's been like whatever.
Or even we dated and it didn't work. I don't
Right.
know. But I kept waiting for like this big connection that they
This
had.
big reveal, because it's like the way she behaves is so wild for 20 years to be at his beck and call, like, oh my God, are you seeing? And then like seeing him go from woman to woman to woman in their friendship. And it's never her. And she's like, she just won't get it through her head. And I'm like, what is it?
Well, the other thing too is Franklin, or Frank is the main character played by Jonathan Groff, and Charlie played by Daniel Radcliffe, perfectly executed, I may say.
Yeah,
They
he's
have
great.
such a deep connection because they work together, they
I felt like,
create together. So I thought she would be like equally as important, and it felt like she's
no,
like
I
a
was
third
like,
wheel.
how do they work together? What does she do with them?
I don't
How does she
know.
collaborate with them? I just didn't understand what she did to collaborate.
I don't know. I don't know. The character of Gussie I thought was it just felt like the women were very one side. One, I am Gussie and I want to be a movie star. And I want to always be with the guy that can make me a movie star.
I will
Women,
say
one-dimensional women. One-dimensional women,
all
Gussie,
one-dimensional women, and I
all
just,
one.
yeah, it was like,
I liked Frank's girlfriend slash first wife slash
oh, I didn't. I thought she was so,
I liked her. I liked her. I can't sing that part, so I can't ever do that part. But I liked that part. I thought it was surprise because it kind of pops out of nowhere, and then she kind of has a little moment, and she's a beautiful song. Okay, I will say this about Sondheim. I don't want to just shit on Sondheim all day. I don't want to do that.
he
I
also
did
didn't
like
write the book, to be
he did
fair.
not write the book.
No, he never does.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. I did like that there were songs sung at the beginning that were references to songs that are sung at the end, but in terms of plot line, it's like before. So, like for
Yeah,
example,
not a
Gussie
day
sings a
goes by.
song about growing up. It's time to grow up. You got to
Okay.
grow up. And then in the timeline later on, Frank sings a song how he's ready to grow up. But when you watch it, Frank sings it first, and then you learn that Gussie is the one that put that idea in his head.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the song that they sing when they're getting married.
Not a day goes by.
Not a day goes by. Yes, she sings it when she's saying goodbye to him, and then we see it later, which is in the timeline before of Not a Day Goes By. So that
I didn't like that Lindsey Mendez cries during the wedding when she's singing.
yeah,
Here's my thing. Here's my take as somebody who does not perform professionally that much anymore. Once a character starts crying, there's nowhere to go. And so she's crying at the beginning of her singing, and then like there's nowhere for her to go, and she's singing like an entire verse and an entire chorus, crying at the beginning, and I'm like, there's no ride, lady.
yeah. I think again, I think Lindsay Mendez did the best she could with the material she had. And it's like this character clearly is heartbroken because she's written in to sing the song. She has
Right.
to sit here and sing about this song hoping that he would sing it to her, hoping that he'll figure it out. Cuz even when she's like, "Should I marry her?" and she's like she can't bring herself to say no. She's
But
just
she's
pregnant.
also like, but in her head, she's like, if I say I love you, you'll be with me. And I'm like, bitch,
Yeah.
it's been 7 fucking years.
Yeah.
If it was gonna happen, it would have happened, lady.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what is the big reveal that's gonna happen that makes me go, oh yeah, they could have been together. And the big
Right.
reveal is just when they meet each other, he's like, I write music. And she's like, wow, that's amazing. And he's like, wow, I wish I could date somebody like you, somebody who
Yeah.
like believes in my music. And then she just holds on to that for like 20 fucking years.
That's her character arc. That's her character arc. That's all we want. We just want
And
someone
yeah,
to
we
love
do hear
us.
that she goes on dates with a lot of musicians. That's what
Yeah.
we hear.
Yes. Yes, she does. That's right. She does mention that she has been dating musicians and she lets go. It's not my cup of tea. This musical is not my cup of tea.
I think it could be your cup of tea. I think that recording is not your cup of tea.
Okay. Then I'm gonna watch the slime. I'm gonna watch the slime and see.
I mean, I think the book is not your cup of tea for that show. I think that's what it is.
I will also say, again, positively, I thought the casting was incredible. Not one person looked like another person. Everyone was
Yeah.
so distinct and
Yes.
and truly looked like the character that they were featured as. Like that guy looked like a producer. That guy
Yeah.
looked like a movie studio executive. And I loved that. I love
And the
seeing
guy the guy who played the dad and then
yes.
is he a PR person or
He's
an agent?
I think he plays yeah, I think he plays his agent and I think he plays like a movie producer in like the opening.
No, no, he's either always the movie producer or always the dad.
Okay,
He
then he's
he's
the
great.
agent.
I thought he was the best in the show.
It was it was so good. Everyone was so good and I was so annoyed that they were being forced to do this.
Yes. My
They had to
favorite
stare
shot
and
of the
they had to
whole
stare
thing.
into the
My
camera.
favorite shot of the whole thing is so there's
Yes.
close-ups galore. No reaction shots, no establishing shots. So
Nope.
you're like, who are they singing to? How do they feel about what they're saying or singing to
And
them?
for those who don't understand just the basic filminology terms, an establishing shot is simply that. It lets you know where the furniture is, who's sitting where. So in your mind, if you see someone cross, you're like, "Oh, they were downstage left. Now they're crossing it." Like it's just to establish in your mind what you're looking at.
Right. So that your frame of reference is for frame of reference. And there's like 2 times where they show more than one person on screen at the same time. And one of those times is when Gussie is singing to Frank
Yes.
and she's sad and mad and she's singing the song and you're supposed to know Like, and I'm like, oh my God, we're seeing his face. We get to see some reaction shots. But she's not singing to him. She's singing outward to the audience. And she's over here and he's behind her over here.
Yep. There was a
Right?
couple times when that shot happened, this like over the shoulder thing.
And his face is right there facing the camera.
Yep.
But then they're like, oh, since we got this reaction shot, let's zoom in on his reaction while she's singing. She is singing. She's singing. And they go like this while she's singing.
Stephanie is walking out of the frame.
It's half of her face and she's singing and she's like, oh my God, this sadness. And like, and then he walks out of frame and it
and
just
I'm gonna be my face. I'm gonna be my face while watching this. What?
And she's just here. And then she goes like this and the camera's just on nothing for like 3 seconds, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it's a lot of time. That's my favorite shot of the thing. I hated, there were things, that book needs to be rewritten. They haven't been able to figure it out. They rewrote the book for this version.
Oh, so this is a better version than the first? Oh my God.
I mean, the first one closed so early because people just hated Frank, so they didn't give a fuck.
But see, now I feel like Frank is a wet noodle that doesn't really do anything. Things happen to him. Go on the cruise.
Yeah.
We're going to have an audition. We're going to like it felt like he was like, yes, I want money and I want success and he's good at the business. I get that. But like, he's kind of just, oh, my friends say I should go do this. Okay, now I'm going to write that. Like, I don't know. He just kind of go. Joe wants more catchy tunes. I'll make, like, he just kind of goes with, and maybe that's it.
I would have loved if Frank, like every time he's in between women or doesn't know what to do, if he went to the female character and was like, hey, like a little bit, but then immediately finding a different girl.
Yeah.
Before anything can happen.
Like using her as the emotional.
As an ego boost.
Yeah. That would have made sense if he had used her as like the
He never does that. He never does that. And so you're like, I don't understand why she's like holding out for hope when he never, like that boundary is always there with him. That is just really strange.
It almost feels like if he did do that, then Charlie would have to call it out because that's Charlie's so. I don't know. It changes the character if you're a person who is stringing somebody along.
Right.
It changes. It makes me not like you, and obviously you have to like Frank because he's the leading role. Like he's the star.
Right, but I don't think you're supposed to. In fact, I do believe that there's a version where at the end of the show he just shoots himself.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at that.
So it because the show is supposed to be. I haven't seen BoJack Horseman, but it is supposed to be like a BoJack Horseman where it's going backwards in time because he's having his life flash before his eyes and his death happens right when the idealism our time starts.
Oh, see that feels like it's telling me a story.
I'll direct it. Somebody hire me to direct it. I'll rewrite the book. Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah, because see that feels like you got success at the cost of your friends, at the cost of your wife, at the cost of your child. Love, and you kind of sold out, and you're kind of in this shallow world, and you're unhappy. That to me goes somewhere.
But this version, it was like, I'm getting back to my music. And I'm like, I wish you would just fuck it. And that's like the sadness is like, this is who you were. And all your choices led you to this. Yeah, like what you aspired led to this instead.
Yeah, but he's not going back to the music. It like
he
wasn't
does.
about
He sits at the piano at the very end.
That means he's learned something and he goes back. That's what I'm supposed to take from that?
He goes like, right, it was about like this when like he gets that passion again and he goes back to the piano to play music. Don't you want to punch him?
I am so livid right now because that is not how I read that. And
how did you read it?
I just thought he was like, okay.
I'm sure it ends ambiguously, but it is like he thinks about our time, feel it in.
Yeah.
Feel that glow, hear what's happening, where what's happening. And then he's like, wow, I remember when I was a college kid. I'm going to take that feeling and put it into my music and maybe write this show.
not gonna write that show. The phone's gonna ring. It's gonna be his fucking mistress who has maybe acid in her face. I'm not even sure what was thrown in her face.
It's acid.
It is acid, right?
Isn't it? Yeah, no, sorry, it's iodine.
It's iodine. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but it's thrown in her eyes, and that will
Yes.
burn your eyes.
Yes.
So
It is
she
very
might be blind.
correct. But it's very clear it's dangerous. Like she's clearly not okay.
Yeah, she had iodine thrown into her eyes.
Maybe. Who knows?
But
Maybe that's ambiguous too.
Frank, poor Frank.
Poor Frank. Poor Frank. He handles it all so well. Poor Frank.
But I did feel like Daniel Radcliffe's character didn't have enough time on stage. I wanted to know more about their friendship, and I felt like I was learning more about him and her, Franklin and her.
A lot of Bessie.
But then you find out that there's nothing to her, so then
No.
it feels empty. Where him losing his best friend was way more interesting to me.
And again, Daniel Radcliffe, brilliant. I actually forgot there was an audience until he sang his first song. And I just, for a second, I want to just play pretend. I want you to pretend that you are an audience member for the taping of Merrily We Roll Along. Okay. I'm going to come out. Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm the stage manager over here. Thank you so much for this invited show. We're excited to film. I cannot stress this enough. Do not clap or applaud when Mr. Radcliffe comes out. I know you want to. We're all Harry Potter fans. So let's just get it out of our system now, okay? Let's pretend Actually, Daniel's going to come out right now. Go ahead and cheer all you want, but then seriously, nothing. I want no mention of him being the amazing superstar that he is. You know what? He's not coming out. He's not coming out. Just be an adult and don't scream anything about Harry Potter. And enjoy the show, everybody. Enjoy the show.
The movie where he grows horns. Can we shout out about that movie?
Okay, bye. It was unnerving to see him come out and there be no applause. I was like, oh, this is weird.
It's really weird because one of the things that I love about the Sweeney Todd recording is when Angela Lansbury comes out and she has to stand there for a while.
It's beautiful.
While everybody's applauding. Same thing with Sunny in the Park with George when Bernadette Peters comes out. People are applauding and she's like standing there. They're both, Mandy Patinkin and her, like waiting for it to die down and then they go into whatever.
Yep. I get we're trying to do something different with this film, but I was like, oh, this is weird. I was expecting applause.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why no one applauded for Jonathan Groff because we didn't even know he was on stage. He could have been in his dressing room.
He really could have. All of them could have, actually, because, like, they could have filmed it in the hallway instead of on the stage.
Yeah, I had no idea where we
were. Close up everybody was the entire time.
It was...
when they played, like, it started out like a song. I didn't realize that they were singing in front of people.
Nope, I didn't realize.
I was like, there are people in the scene?
I mean, it's a good thing that that's not a repeating transition that I would like to have established. Oh, no, wait. It happens so many times that by the third one, I was like, oh, this is a thing. I didn't know that because I didn't see the first one. I saw the second one and went, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that opening bothered me.
Yeah.
Really, really bothered me.
Yeah.
I watched about the first act and a half, and then I had to take a break because I didn't understand what was going on. No, I saw the first act. The first act, I had to stop around the first act because I didn't know what was going on, and then I had to listen to the music and go, I can hear the words now, and I understand the plot. But on the movie screen, your strongest element is the visual.
Right.
So when you distort the visual, it throws off my listening. It throws off what's going on. It's very confusing.
Everybody's great actors in it. I don't want to... I thought some choices were wrong. As a female writer, I thought some of the acting choices of the character that was a female writer were a little bit off.
You take it personal? You take it a little personal as a female writer, watching a female wrter? Do you take it personal?
Well,
who have you been in love with?
Not only is that...
Who have you been in love with for 7 years? That's the question. That's why I brought you on this show. Just to find out who's your Frankie. Who's your Frankie?
Oh, I don't have...
No one should. No one should.
I don't have somebody that I'm like, oh my God. Only like I'm trying to think.
While you're thinking, I'm going to tell you the best performance by an actor in a leading role in a musical that were nominated the same year as Jonathan
Groff.
Goff. Groff.
Groff.
I keep saying Goff, like he's a golfer, but he's Groff. Um, and of these, I've only seen one.
What are they?
Brody Grant from The Outsiders.
Okay,
I've
no.
never seen The Outsiders.
Nothing from Outsiders was going to win that year.
It didn't tour. It didn't. I know a lot of people liked it.
I have a suspicion The Outsiders was not that great. So it wasn't a hit show. So nobody was winning from The Outsiders because it's all about, at the end of the day, it's also about marketing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Who else? Who else?
Dorian Harewood from The Notebook.
Okay. And
I
you
don't
saw
know.
that.
I saw The Notebook. I don't know what part Dorian played. I would imagine it's the oldest
right?
Noah. Well, the Noah and the Allies have three parts. They're older, middle, and young.
Oh, that makes it hard to win that then.
Yes, and they each have their own great songs. They each have these great moments, and it's like it's intersliced. It's a lovely musical. It's playing at the Orange County. It's playing in Orange County this weekend. So
what else? What else?
lovely. Brian de Arce James, Days of Wine and Roses. I'm not familiar with that musical.
I'm not either, but I'm gonna guess it's like War of the Roses.
Which I actually ended up watching that remake with Cumberbatch. And it's gonna bother me. What is her name? Olivia. Nope, not Olivia Munn.
Nope. You know her when you see her.
Who is it?
I didn't say a name.
Oh, I thought you did.
I said you know her when you see her.
You'll know her when you see her. And I thought it was lovely.
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman. She's a damn treat. My favorite Olivia
Colman.
Oh my God,
Alli.
What?
Did we just turn into our mothers?
No, my mom doesn't know who Olivia Colman is. Does she?
But does your mom talk like that?
Or she forgets people's names and gets excited like she knows them? Yeah, probably. Damn it.
And goes like, what's her name?
God. She's married to that one guy. And she has that one kid. Yeah, God, that's terrible.
I did that to my friend's last name yesterday. I was like, what is
whose last name?
My friend's. I was like, what is his last name? I can't think of it. It starts with an H, but and then I was like, oh, I know. And it started with an F.
Hey. You know what? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe women are just one-dimensional, and that's just us now.
Maybe we are wrong. Also, just here's something that I didn't like about the book aspect of the show is that she's a writer. She has a hit book.
Bestseller. New York City
bestseller. Big deal. And they're like, oh my God, hello, Mrs. Bestseller. And she's like, it's not all that you think it is. And then before she can go into it, a different plot point comes up and we focus on that. And Kaylee and I were like, what is it? What's the thing? What's not cracked up to be? And then also I was like, is he not going to turn her bestseller into a movie? Why doesn't he turn her bestseller into a movie? Like, why is nothing going on with her bestseller? It was just, and what was her bestseller even about? And why isn't there like a party for her bestseller? Like, why don't we see her be cool for like 2 seconds? They go like, hey, loser, great bestseller, loser. And she's like, she's a bestseller novelist in New York City. And she's like, hi, Frank. I was wondering.
I just realized that during opening doors, Frank is the one that asked her, how's the book going?
Right.
How is it going? So
are you right?
Is his interest in her writing the book her motivation to write the book?
Sex is a big motivator for me.
But they don't have sex. He doesn't even like her. He doesn't see her past a friend.
It's one of those like, if I like, but maybe I can.
But maybe.
But maybe I can. Yeah.
Yeah. The fifth actor for best performance by an actor in a leading role in a musical the year that Jonathan Groff won was Eddie Redmayne in Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club. But yeah.
That's a revival against some newer works. I mean, Merrily We Roll Along is a revival, but it was a revival that lasted more than 8 days.
So it's a win.
So it's successful.
Successful.
Bar was low for Merrily We Roll Along to be successful. The thing that I'm hoping based on what I watched is that Linkletter rewrites the book of the show for the movie.
I hope so, because I love movie musicals. I really do. And especially when they're done correctly. Dreamgirls, done correctly.
Yeah.
I like Rent, the movie. I think Rent, the movie, is clearer and easier to understand than the musical. I think the book they did on that, the script writing they did on that is
For the movie?
for the movie. Yeah, I very much enjoy the movie because it makes sense. I didn't understand plots of the musical until I watched the movie. Stephanie, do not leave the frame. You're not in a Merrily We Roll Around movie and you can't just move out of the frame. You stay where you are. We will talk about Rent another day. Not today. We'll talk about Rent. We got to talk about Cabaret. I rewatched it.
When we talk about Rent, can we have Kaylee on? Because she didn't
Yes.
realize, she never realized until like last week that Roger has AIDS.
I didn't realize that his girlfriend committed suicide until I watched the movie.
Really?
Yes. And then when I listened to the
I'm
music,
going to sing the same thing. I'm going to sing the same thing. I'm going to sing the same thing that I sang to Kaylee when she
I
said,
know.
I didn't realize
Yep.
Roger had AIDS.
Yep.
And I went, close on Roger. His
Yep.
girlfriend left a note saying we have AIDS before killing herself in the bathroom.
Yep,
Oh, no,
I
before
know.
slitting her wrist.
Slitting her
Before
wrist, yep.
slitting her wrist in the bathroom. What? So
Yep.
what part of that were you like, I wonder what happened to his girlfriend?
My 16-year-old brain, when I saw it for the first time, went, look at this. That guy has a camera. Cool. That's it.
I'm going to just...
I didn't realize that Mimi dropped drugs. Mimi dropped drugs.
The movie Rent, Mark is filming people for his movie. He's filming people for his movie with a camera, and it's being directed by a director who understands cameras, and it's being DP'd by somebody who understands cameras. There are camera operators around, and Mark keeps going like this to his camera. So he just keeps on, like, he's doing like quadruple exposure on his camera. And everybody's like, this is great. That movie is...
We will talk about it another time. We are talking about this movie right now.
Okay.
Which again, I don't, it's not for everybody. It's definitely for musical theater people. If you're a Sondheim person, it is, I will say it is lovely to listen to this.
It's like this comes off like a homework assignment for a musical theater nerd.
Yeah, no, it is. Yes, 100%. If you like Sondheim, it's a treat because you do hear the other melodies. You do hear similar songs from other shows.
Some songs just didn't have a good effect on me. But in other times they have. Like Sondheim had a review show called Putting It Together, which I really recommend you watching. I think it might be free on YouTube. Carol Burnett's in the recording of that one.
Lovely.
And she sings the Charlie, nothing's the way that it was. I wanted the way that... She sings that song, but she's singing it in that context to her husband after both of them have kind of like cheated on each other. And they're like facing up like what's actually going on in their marriage, where she's like, nothing's the way that it was. I want it the way that it was. But like, she's basically like, it's over. Yeah. Like, I agree, this relationship. But it's like, it starts with her in denial, where she's like, I want it the way that it was. And then she's like, well, it never was. It actually never was that way. I'm remembering this version of us because it just never was that way. And it's this way that I always wanted it to be.
So I felt like this show...
But also Carol Burnett maybe has better timing and is better.
Yeah, Carol Burnett, you can't teach that. You can't.
I feel bad because Lindsey Mendez is very good in it.
She elevates that character well beyond what the book gave her. Like,
yeah, the book gave her garbage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she took that garbage and she made this character that you do feel for, you do care about, and
that's why I got so mad at the end when it was like based on nothing. I was like, I don't understand. And it goes with the book. It has nothing to do with her acting. It's like, you're a best-selling writer. And he goes like, I'm going to go cheat on my wife with this girl over here. And then she's like, well, then I'm going to grab this bottle and I've decided I'm going to become an alcoholic, everybody. Here I go. And it's like...
Any problems? Anyone have any problems with that?
Anyone got a problem with me becoming an alcoholic? Going once, going twice?
I'll be very entertaining at parties. I mean, entertaining.
Mean. Here I go. Okay. I'm going to do it. And you're like,
Yeah.
who becomes an alcoholic this way? It was very gay man making woman be alcoholic. It was like a flame dame. It's like how they view flame dames.
How they, one more time?
Flame dames,
What are flame dames?
fag hags.
Thank you.
But I am.
Not so much. I don't think I ever was. I have some friends, but I don't know. Ugh.
You're married. You're not.
Oh, it doesn't work that way?
I mean, if you were in a loveless marriage
Got it. Got it.
and you
Very,
were more dramatic, you got to be like,
very Capote. Very Capote. Very,
yeah,
very
yeah, you got to be babe. You got to be
Babe. Yeah, I just rewatched that. Very Babe and Capote. I loved him.
What makes you a flame dame is that you're having an emotional relationship with a gay man. Not that I am. I'm
No,
just saying
you're not. You're not. For the record, she is
saying that-
not.
that if you are in a marriage, for you to be a flame dame, you would have to be.
Which again is what I was missing from this character. I thought that Frank and her had this emotional, like, yeah, like, oh, I broke up with my wife, make me feel better. Like, not sexually, just like the emotional. And
I love that she's like, you got to go on a trip, right? You got to go on vacation, and when you get back, I'll be here for you, baby. I'll fucking be here. And then he comes back, and you find out that like Gussie went on the trip with him so that he could fuck his brains out the whole time,
Yeah.
and then he came back with her, and she's like, oh, but the writing for that is bad because she wasn't very clear on that being her intention. It's like I wrote that in. I don't actually know if that was her intention.
correct.
That it was like, I'll be here for you, baby. It just like would make more sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Is I'm saying that Mendez does that. She fills in these very big gaps of this character.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some wonderful songs. They're catchy. It's all shit. I got these songs in my head. But I'm not gonna lie to you. After I watched the movie, I was like, I'm gonna go
What's that near you? Who's popular?
Yeah, make it popular. No, it's actually a sad text.
Oh.
It's a sad text. Here, I'm gonna show you why. Because I feel like it's important. It's my baby. This is my Ryu. I got him from the animal shelter. And for those who have, this is not your first time listening to Welcome to Musical for Everybody. I like to foster dogs. I've been fostering dogs this last year. I just started it. And this is my little guy, and he is ready to cross that rainbow bridge. And it's very sad, but it's also very joyful. But I'm getting texts because everyone's like, hey, thinking of you, and you know, this process. But he a good boy. He's sleepy.
And then my message is like, can we shit talk Merrily We Roll Along?
Please, can we shit talk Merrily We Roll? You know how much I hated
My
it.
dog.
And let's see, Briar's also was adopted. Adopt everybody.
I didn't have her biologically.
Yeah, you didn't, but you could have. You could have.
Yeah, I could have because
For
I
sure.
am into interspecies dating.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't want to express that when I introduced you at the big top of the podcast, but
No, wait for the cats episode.
yes. Oh. So there he is. So please adopt, don't shop. You can always donate blankets and towels and do local animal shelters. There's so many animals that need love. We'll be fostering more this year because I will have a giant hole in my heart. Oh my God, am I the Lindsey character? Am I her? Am I just no?
Also, I don't like that it's like, it doesn't seem like Frank has any taste in women except no fatties. He's got a no fatties policy. Because it is like, I don't understand. Why is he for this chick? Why is he for that chick? Why? Like, what is his taste in women? Because like they're all actresses.
They're all musical theater actresses, which there's nothing wrong with a musical theater actress. I'm not saying that. It felt like Frank never tried to go on dates. They just came to him.
You know what? That is the problem with the show, is that he is like, well, I mean, you guys are coming to me. Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe Frank just gives googly flirty eyes to everyone, and his friend is Mary. That's her character name, right? Mary,
Mary,
yeah.
Mary. And Mary just didn't jump on it. She was too hesitant to jump on it because all the other women jumped on it.
I don't know. They do this joke the whole show where he's like, my wife's in the back. My wife, Daniel Radcliffe. And then they introduce you to his wife, like the girl who becomes his wife. And I was like, I don't care. This is not a payoff for me.
Is that who becomes his wife? The one at the end, her roommate?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even catch
He's
that.
like, yeah, I'm never gonna marry, like, bleh. And then she's like, hi, me and my roommate have come up here to look at the stars. And then like this other girl comes out and she's like, hi, my name is blah blah blah. And you're like, and then Daniel's like, hi, and we're gonna be together. And I was like, okay, this was not the payoff you guys think it is.
Guys, I can't tell you how much I did not care by the end of this
Did
show.
not care.
I saw that one. Oh, okay. I saw that and heard and didn't hear his girlfriend slit her wrist in the bathtub. I was over. I didn't care. I did not care about these characters.
That's the beginning of Rent.
I know. And I'm saying that's the same equivalent of when that woman came out. Like, I just didn't see it. I was like, oh, cool, there's a lady
You
there.
didn't care about Rent from the start.
I embarrassingly admit that I care about Rent way more than I should. Because, yes, I was one of those musical theater kids who are singing songs about a junkie and an underage girl when I was like 17.
I was a Jackie. That's what they were called. They were Rent heads and they were Jackies. And I was a Jackie.
Jackies?
Yeah.
I did.
I grew up in New York. That's what it was called.
A Jackie.
A Jackie.
Why was it called a Jackie?
For Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay, I was half on the fence that that's what that we were referring to, but I didn't want to assume. Jackies and redheads.
Jackies and Redheads. They came out the same year, or like 1 year apart, and they were both running for a long time. And I was like, no, I'm more of a Jackie. I like, and not only that, but I was a Jackie based on the concept album and did not like the Broadway version.
I think I know like one song from Jekyll and Hyde. I don't think I know more than that.
Which one? The Bring on the Myth.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the name of it. It was not.
What about this one? Do you know this one?
I know La Vie Boheme. And
no. Do you know Confrontation from Jekyll and Hyde?
I don't know, probably, maybe not.
Confused with Confrontation from Les Mis.
I actually have only seen Les Mis one time, and it was at a college, so it was the junior version. So I know of the story, I know of the characters, but I could not tell you.
Jekyll and Hyde?
Yeah, same. I've never seen Jekyll and Hyde. I've never seen
Jekyll and Hyde or Les Mis? What are you talking about?
I've never seen Jekyll and Hyde. I've seen Les Mis one time, and it was a junior version at a college. So
but you don't know what it's about?
I do and I don't. Like, I understand the concept of it, but like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you like plot point by plot point.
That's so weird.
I know. It was just here too. At the
interesting and weird because we're the same age, and it's weird to me that you don't know like the story. I was weird. Maybe I was just a weird kid.
No. I think you grew up on the East Coast, and I think you're just culturally more. Theater was more culturally accessible to you.
Yeah, but like books, Alli.
Hunger Games, Twilight,
Jekyll, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Les Miserables,
Harry Potter.
Books. I didn't read Harry Potter.
Oh, I did. See, I was.
And I get to come out on top because I remember getting shat on for that in my 20s. And now I'm like, well, now look who's embarrassed that they read it.
Stephanie Streisand, thank you so much for being honest. Being honest about Merrily We Roll Around sometimes. Roll arounding in our Merrily. Is there anything you'd like to plug or let people know about you?
Yeah. I'm currently making a short film musical. It's in post.
Yeah, you are.
So, try to keep that in mind. April, May, like.
We will post about it. We will share about it. It's a musical. So it's an original musical short.
Yes.
You have other things you have other coals in the fire, but we don't need to talk about all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to Musical for Everybody. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Full episodes available. We're on Instagram and TikTok. Please share this with your friends. Please watch Merrily We Roll Around sometimes.
Merrily We Roll Along. Listen to the album. And perhaps watch the slime tutorial.
Yeah. Again, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely if you're a Sondheim, if you like Company, if you like Into the Woods. Honestly, it felt more like Company. When I listening to it, I was like, oh, this feels like Company. In a lot of ways.
It needed a rewrite, not in music. It needed a rewrite in the script.
Well, the good news is we'll get a chance to review this again in 2040, I think is when the new movie come out. Stop. Oh, the babies. But go ahead and buy those tickets and rent those movies and go ahead and watch a musical with your friends. Oh, also coming up, Notebook is at Seeger Sims and the Pantages has, what does the Pantages have right now? I know they're getting ready for Six. They're getting ready for Spamalot. They're getting ready for Beetlejuice.
I hate that.
Chance Theater in Anaheim has Once. We'll be reviewing that wonderful. I've never seen that show either. Once.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I know nothing about Once. And then La Mirada is opening with Sweeney Todd, directed by Jason Alexander.
Alexander, who was in the original cast of Merrily We Roll Along.
Was he?
No, he was like one of the other characters, but I think he has sung the Charlie part because I do know he's done like the shepherding. So yeah.
Well, I am gonna go see that in La Mirada.
Yes,
I
Charlie.
haven't
I
seen
looked
Sweeney
it
Todd
up
in a
of who
while.
played Charlie in it. Ooh,
Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie bit my finger. Lonnie Price played the original Charlie. Jason Alexander played somebody named Joe Josephine.
Oh, that's the producer. That's the producer guy.
Oh, the one who's with Gussie?
Yes, the one who's with Gussie. That's yeah.
This is interesting. They changed her name to Gussie
What was it before?
in this version. It's either Sally is his first wife, right?
I think so.
Tanya.
Gussie's better.
Gussie's way better.
Gussie's way better. Thank you again. Enjoy your day, your night. I'm gonna find a closer at some point. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.